Hi, I'm Peter Travers, movie critic for Rolling Stone, and this is our first show of the new year where we talk about new movies that are out there. And if you've been reading me or you just go to the movies in January, you know what it is. It's the burial ground for every piece of crap that Hollywood has turned out. So I'm not saying there's no crap, but I saw two movies right at the beginning of January that aren't bad. I don't know how this happens. I'm going to start with the one that I think will make a lot of money this weekend, and it is called Daybreakers, and it stars Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe, who I am just fresh from doing an off-the-cuff interview with. So you should watch that, because Dafoe will also tell you about why he and Ethan Hawke signed to do a vampire movie. This is a different kind of vampire movie. It is directed by two very young, identical twins named Peter and Michael Spirig. And they're Australians, and they came to these stars, Sam Neill is in the movie too, and said, want to be in my vampire movie? And these stars said yes. And why did they say yes? Because the script is actually funny. The movie is gory. It makes all that Twilight crap look like the horrible, dull, romantic girls' movies that they are. This is a movie that's full of blood, but it's set in 2019. And Ethan Hawke is playing a hematologist whose job is to go around finding a substitute for blood because all the humans are almost dead. There's only 5% dead. You can't farm them for blood anymore. And everybody in 2019 is like drinking the blood, human blood, like it's fine wine. When you go to Starbucks, you get to have a couple of shots of blood. But now because of the shortage, you can only get 5% blood. And it makes the vampires crazy. The vampires all come out to work. They're all dressed in suits. They're all the same as we are. They're not even having fun being vampires. And the only war that happens is Ethan Hawke wants to find a way to get you back to being human. Willem Dafoe is one of those vampires who used to build muscle cars that the vampires could drive during the day that would make it look like night and not kill them. And he's also into this idea, I'm going to kill the bad vampires and I am going to bring back humanity to this world because that's a better thing. Well, Dafoe will tell you about that on the off-the-cuff interview, but I'm here to tell you that this movie, yeah, it's bloody, balls out bloody. And I had a good time at it. It's a solid B movie with actors who are way overqualified for their parts, and that makes it fun. Ethan Hawke is walking around looking like some kind of strange hero who doesn't know where he is or why he's doing it, but it's a movie that understands humanity in January. Okay, what's the other one? The other one is a movie starring Michael Cera, who you all think you have seen. I mean, because some of you saw Year One. You've all seen Juno. You know what Michael Cera does. And yet, and I know a lot of you hate him. I have to like the guy. I think he's really good. And in this movie, which is called Youth in Revolt, based on a series of novels by C.D. Payne, it's a kid who doesn't want to be a virgin anymore. In the books, he's 14. He's changed to 16. And oddly, Michael Cera's 21, but he can play 16, and you believe it. This movie opens with what I would call an epic scene of masturbation. I have never seen jerking off on screen done with so much enthusiasm as I see in this one. So if you hear me saying that, you're probably saying, I'm going to see this, or I'm never going to go near this movie. What a cast the director Miguel Arteta has come up with. This is the guy who did Chuck and Buck and The Good Girl. He's on my really good list of directors. He doesn't do the sappy kind of teen romance thing that usually inflicts the beginning of the year. He has got Michael Cera chasing after a girl of his dreams who's played by a newcomer named Portia Doubleday. And I think she is also terrific. But what we're seeing is Michael Cera not having sex while everybody, his divorced parents, played by Jean Smart, is having sex with Zach Galifianakis and Ray Liotta. His father, his divorced father, played by Steve Buscemi, is chasing 20-year-old girls everywhere. But it's poor Michael Cera that's not getting any. And of course he has the great character named Nick Twisp. It's so wimpy, so he has to invent an alter ego, and that alter ego of Francois comes out of the entire Francois Truffaut, the whole Jean-Luc Godard era of French films, where he could be tough and sexy and wonderful. And he wears this little pencil mustache and does a variation on the Michael Cera personality. Look, I'm not going to say anymore. It's really funny. It's satisfying to see a movie this much fun, this witty, this well-structured so early in the year. Don't get your expectations that high. It's not going to change the world, but I've just mentioned 2 January movies that are good. All right. You think that it's time for the scum bucket? You know, I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to wait till next week, because I didn't see a movie that I would think would go in the scum bucket, but you always yell at me when I do this. So I am going to give myself a Peter gets out of jail card. I'm going to give myself to this 5 times in this upcoming year. That means I've seen the trailer and nothing could drag me to see this piece of crap. Nothing can do it. And that movie is called Leap Year, and it stars Amy Adams as a girl who can't get her doctor boyfriend, Adam Scott, to propose to her, so must go to Dublin, where once every leap year, you, the girl, can propose to the guy. Didn't Hilary Swank make a piece of garbage like this just a year ago called P.S. I Love You with Gerard Butler? I think so. I am not going to this movie. I am never going to see Leap Year. I'm not going to come back and say it belongs in the scum bucket, because Peter gets out of jail and does not see Leap Year. Happy 2010.